Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we talk all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Friday. We made it, y'all. Ooh, we made it, y'all. It is Friday, guys. Well, officially in my time zone, it's Saturday, but the show was on for Friday and it was on for January the 12th, 2024. Hope you guys had a good Friday. Hope you guys are looking forward to having an even better weekend. I know I am. And football's on, so that's always a good thing too. But I get to do a certain collab, so I'm like, well, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But anyway, how was General Hospital for you guys today? Was GHing? Because GH was GHing for me. Oh, yes, indeed it was. I was like, okay, highlights. Okay, y'all please leave your highlights in the comments section. And as always, if you like the content, please hit that subscribe button and the like button. It does mean a lot to me and it helps me on my channel. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody that already has. Thank you so much. Highlights for GH though. Ooh, I did a little 3-minute video, but I'll run through them again. Nick and Ava. Why did they bring Nick here to take him back again? That just made me sick. And then he said he was going back just to go over to his son's house. And he told Ava he couldn't see his son, but there he was at his son's house. That was just kind of crazy. The whole entire Sonny asking Dex to unalive Cyrus was beautiful role of manipulation, guys. Did you guys feel that Dex was being slightly manipulated by Sonny? Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all thought about that. And like I said, if you had highlight moments, please drop them in the comments too. I love you guys' highlight moments. But anywho, let's talk about General Hospital, shall we? Shall we? Let's talk about it. Okay, so we are actually at the art gallery. Miss Ava's looking as beautiful as ever. And Nick comes in to catch up with Ava about the party that he had planned for Esme. And Ava's like, nope, don't need no party. And he's like, well, wait a minute, we agreed. And she's like, well, Esme is, not partying. Esme ain't doing nothing. Esme going to jail, honey. She going bye-bye. She going to the clinker. She going to the hooskow. And you're welcome. And Nick's like, he's asking Ava why is she pushing these charges on Esme, which was kind of weird that he was asking that. And she tells him, that she's righting a wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that that she should have already been serving time in jail for what she did to Trina, Joss, and Cam. I still don't. That was just so crazy how they let that girl go. Talking about her baby was going to be in jail. I ain't never ever heard of such foolishness before. They had to make an unbelievable something situation so that they could get Avery Esme crazy ass out the damn clinker. But anywho, and Ava wraps it around and says, but yeah, in an hour, I'll be at the courthouse to watch the judicial system in action. I'm like, yes, please, lock her up. Seal away the key, honey. And he's like, so Esme's hearing is today? And she's like, yes. And I wish I could bring popcorn. And I said, you know what? I may have to, because it'll probably be Monday. I'm hoping it's Monday because I get to work from home on Monday. I'm really hoping it's Monday because I'm going to schedule my lunch for that. Show is, honey. Show is. Oh, yes. I'm all for that. And I'm going to have the popcorn. Ava, I'll have popcorn for us, girl. I will have popcorn for us, girl. But anyway, someone walks in and Nick runs off because, of course, nobody can know he's there. That's so stupid. And who is it, girl? The homegirl Nina, honey. And this was I'm not gonna say this was one of those highlight moments, but this conversation had me rolling. So Nina's like, I thought you was talking to somebody, and Ava's like, yeah, I was talking on the phone. And Ava lets her know that she's been trying to get in touch with her ever since the whole entire SEC situation and Christmas situation, or no, New Year's Eve situation. And she's like, what happened? And how did Sonny find out? And she's like, well, Sonny hasn't said anything to you? She's like, he ain't said a word to me. And I'm like, Nina, see, you don't know. Him and Ava ain't that close where he gonna be sitting here telling her about his heart and his feelings. Now, it was a moving moment when she was there with him, and but he ain't telling her nothing about how he feel. You don't trust her ass. That's your crazy ass. I mean, that's Ava actually crazy ass for trusting you. I don't know. They crazy, period. But this shows something about their relationship, and I want to get into it and not keep getting distracted. And like I said, Ava said he hasn't said a word. He's been staying out. I've been staying out his way. He feels betrayed, and he's downright dangerous when he feels that way. And Nina says, it was Ava that encouraged her to call the SEC. Ava's like, wait a minute, what? Oh, no, that's not what I said. I was like, well, that is kind of, I mean, you didn't put it in her ear, but, you know. She was like, I did not do that. You know I did not do that. I was calling your bluff to make you see reason. And I'm like, Ava, stop it. You gave a person that has a sugar addiction sugar. And what they do, Nina gobbled that shit up and did what we all knew that she was going to do. Ava cannot play like she did. No, I'm sorry, Kyrese. You know how Ava moved. No, I don't think she was either way. Maybe, but she the queen of mess. It's right up Ava's alley to put something like that in Nina's ear, and she know Nina weak-minded. You see today's show. If you did, you should watch their clip, because you know what, man, it was beautiful. That's all I'm gonna say. And then she was like, yeah, I did not do that. You know I did not do that. I was calling your bluff to make you see reason. You weren't supposed to do it. And you didn't even involve me in it. I didn't have anything to do with none of the planning or anything. It was like I had nothing to do with that at all. That's on you, girl. And Nina's like, well, you know, I wouldn't even. And she's like, and besides, me and Sonny, if Sonny knew, I wouldn't even be living there right now, because you think he would have been mad at you. He would have been even more mad at me. And me and him finally got a thing, you know, where we got somewhat of a mutual kind of understanding, trust when it comes to Avery. And even though even though Ava has her way, she ain't trying to have all that mess, because it was way messy with the whole entire custody situation before. Woo, hot mess. Where was I at? Yeah, but Nina said, but you know he doesn't know anything, and we are better trusting. Say, yeah, okay, not saying nothing. Sonny hates me. She says, I'm not saying nothing. Sonny hates me. And I just and yeah, Nina thinks that Sonny hates her, and Ava's like, no, he don't hate you. I said, no, he don't hate you. You might hate looking at your face right now, but he don't hate you, girl. Just hate your spirit. He just in a dark place, and he's hurt. But hurt people hurt people. And Nina was like, well, my heart shattered when he closed the door in my face. And she was like, well, I wasn't talking about that hurt. I mean, I understand how that could have been hurting, but I wasn't talking about that. And she's like, I'm talking about what he did to Cyrus. And she was like, what do you mean what he did to Cyrus? You ain't heard? She was like, no. He went to church, and Cyrus must have triggered him. And Sonny beat the bricks off of Cyrus. Beat the bricks off of Cyrus. Oh, and Nina's response was rich. And that that man's in the hospital because he almost beat him to death. And Ava tells Nina it was the wrong place, wrong time. Cyrus triggered him, and Sonny just lost it. And Nina says, yes, it was Cy that told Sonny the SEC situation. And I'm like, hold up, what? Did we just rewrite history? It wasn't Cyrus that told Sonny the SEC situation. Cyrus told you, Nina darling, to tell your husband the truth. That's what Cyrus did. Now, what Cyrus did do is he let Sonny know that he also knew about it. Now, that's what he did do, because we actually know who told about the SEC. Actually, it was Lois. She kind of urged the opening on the letter, and everybody just kind of ripped that mother effer open. Starting off with Ned, then Liv backing him up, and then Michael saying, "It was Nina!" So, yeah, it wasn't Cyrus. Cyrus encouraged you, darling, to say something. I thought that was funny, guys. Let me know what y'all thought. I was like, okay, what's going on with that? And Nina tells how she gave her confession to Cy at the church when she thought she was giving her confession to a priest. And he's like, he knew before, and Ava's like, he knew before Sonny. Yeah, that would piss him off. You damn right. Sonny looked at him like, man, I ain't got time for you today. And then Nina, Nina's response though, how dare he, bragging to Sonny at his lowest. He deserved that ass kicking. I was like, see, we done made the rich heiress gangster. This don't even look right on her. This is why she don't need to be around these people. Nina's parents are just tossing in hell. I don't know if her daddy in hell, but her mama definitely is. Where was I at? Ava tells Nina that Cy went and then Ava tells Nina that Cy went to the cops, because Nina's like, well, good. You know what? He didn't got nothing to hold over none of us anymore. We free. We're good. We're done with him. And Nina and Ava's like, no. Cyrus actually went to the cops, and Sonny is facing assault charges. Ava confirms that Sonny was arrested and facing charges. And then not Carly. Nina's like, well, Diane will get him off. She can get him off of that. She's a good lawyer. And it was like, yeah, she's a good lawyer, but Sonny hates Cyrus. Cyrus hates Sonny, and he ain't gonna let this go. And we all know this. Robert Scorpio has had a hard on for bringing Ann Taggart. Matt too at one time, but Matt kind of let off. They've been trying to bring Sonny down for the longest. That's why I'm like, where is Taggart? Because Taggart would love this. He would be busting Sonny's chops every 15 minutes, just kicking the door in, having people search shit, just doing antagonizing shit. I'm like, this is what Taggart always wanted, was to have Sonny in the soft spot. Man, where is the man at? Where is our man at? Bring back Taggart. Somebody needs to tell me. I bet you they already have a bring back Taggart hashtag. I'm going to find that. I'm going to see if I can find it, and I'm going to start hashtagging that, because we need to bring back Taggart. I'll speak about that some more in another story. But anyway, I bet it. I said Taggart would be so happy. And she lets her know, Sonny. And then Nina's like, so Sonny could go to jail. Sonny could go to prison because of me. And I was like, well, yes and no, but yes. Because vengeance, my mom always told me, you go for vengeance, bring 2 shovels, because you got to dig one for yourself too. You got to let the vengeance go. So in a way, yeah, she's right. You ever go for vengeance trying to hurt people, you're going to end up hurting yourself or somebody you love. And hopefully that is the learning lesson for Nina in this situation. Because she even admitted it. Like I said, she said Sonny could go to prison because of me. It's all my fault. Why he's here. And you know, she says, where is he at? And Ava's like, the office maybe. And she's like, I have to help him. I got to do something. And Ava's like, I don't think Sonny wants your help right now, which is true. But he's still my husband, and I love him. Oh my God, Nina. I have to try. So she runs off, and then Nick's ass comes back out, and Nina's like, and and Ava's like, oh, you're still here? Because Nicholas hates Sonny. And he was just gloating about the fact that the Teflon Don might be going down. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, what does he say? Sonny's not untouchable after all. And Ava's like, oh, so you're still here? And he's like, so Nick confirms that Esme's hearing is today and that most likely his mom and Spencer will be there. And Ava says yes, and again, you're welcome. And he says, what do you mean? Why would you say that? Why are you saying you're welcome? He said, well, because Esme is behind bars, you don't have to worry about Ace. He'll be with your mother in a loving arms and a loving environment. Because, Nicholas is still under the impression that he's going to go to jail for holding Esme in the at Windermere. And now in actuality he would, but since Esme's playing like she don't remember none of that, she can't actually testify against him, and he don't know that. I guess he can't put two and two together. So he said he's not ready to face Spencer and his mom anyway. So he's telling her goodbye. And she says goodbye. He's like, yeah, if everything's good, I gotta go. I'm not ready to deal with that, and then deal with my family at the same time. And I'm out. And because Port Charles, it's not the right place for me right now. And I was so mad. Like, why would you bring him back then? This is stupid. Why would you waste time bringing him back just for him to come in, plan some stupid party? The party don't go right, now he out again. What the F-U-C-K is this shit? Come on, GH. Work with us here, man. That was just lame brain to me. And then she says, well, I'm really glad that I didn't kill you. Oh, Ava, I love me some Ava. I am really glad that I didn't kill you. And he replies, you say the sweetest things. And they have a moment. And I thought to myself, they really gonna have Nicholas leave again? I'm gonna be pissed off. Okay? And I mean, yeah. So we're gonna head on over to the PCPD, where we got Spencer visiting Esme. And I don't know why the fuck his weird ass is over there visiting her. Until I figured out, maybe he was there to see if she remembers something. Because why else would he be there? That was just weird to me. The whole entire, it was just weird. But Laura could have did that. But anywho, so Spencer visits Ez and reassures her that Ace is okay and that he's comfortable at grandmother's place, his first home. I don't want him upset. And he's like, well, you're the one who's upset. You sleeping okay? And I'm like, what do you care? She can sleep on hard rocks. Why are we so, oh, she's a good mom, so she's a good person shit. Please. Like Ava said, a leopard don't change his stripes. And she's like, nope, the hearing. And yeah, facing prison time. And then he replies back, yeah, facing prison time is scary. And she remembers that he went through that. And she was like, yeah, of course, you did. You've been there before. And she's like, I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about my son. We know you ain't worried about yourself. You can handle prison just fine, just like Ava said, on your head. And I thought to myself, that was the first actual clue that she remembers who she was, because she remembered that he went to jail. That wasn't her. She was another person, supposedly. I was a different person. I wanted to choke her every time she said that. And I'm not even a violent person. Ugh, I can't stand Esme. But anyway, Esme is concerned about Ace's schedule and his schedule being off, and he won't, and if she disappears from his life, you don't know how that's going to happen, and you know more than anything about not having a mother in your life. And I'm like, that's clue number 2. How would she know about what you felt about when you didn't have a mother? You didn't tell her about that recently. And she's not the same person. And I was waiting for Spencer to snag that butt. And then Spencer was like, well, you don't have to worry about all that. It's not going to happen. Ace is not going to grow up without you. You're a good mom. And I wanted to go, ugh. Because a good... So what they're saying is that my woman gets up, takes care of her kids, puts them to bed every day, takes care of them, combs their hair, sends her kids off to school, is in Lovington, but then she goes out and she kills people on the side while they're sleeping. She's still technically a good mom because she takes care of her kids so well. So just because she's a nutty person that's killing people, she should get off. And I'm like, real world, y'all be, if that was your loved one that good mom killed, y'all be wanting her head on a platter. Anyway. So Spencer's basically like, I hear what you're saying and everything like that, and you are a good mom, but why would you risk Ace's security and safety to break into Windermere? What were you doing there? And she was like, well, I was lonely. And I just, I don't know who I am. And, and he says, yeah, but you broke there on Christmas. She's like, yeah, but, I was trying to figure some things out about myself. And he was like, sounds like you were trying to bring back some old memories. You think so, Spence? Oh, yeah, he brought her some coffee. She's like, I just drank the coffee and I don't want the donut. Which is, I was confused about life and looking for, he said, yeah, you were looking for old Esme. So when Spencer says to her, yeah, I had to grab the glass, guys. Yeah, they're looking crazy too. They're not like, but I see better out of these. But anyway, so when Spencer says, yeah, you just want to bring the old Esme back, she's like, yeah, you mean when everyone was against me? When everyone hated me? Yeah, sure, I wanted that. And he's like, interesting. Because that's how old Esme felt. Maybe you're closer to her than you think you are. And I was like, oh, okay, Esme. Okay, Spence. You're finally picking up on these girls' clues. Because they're blaring, okay? Where was I at? Esme then starts to talk about how everyone told her how horrible she was, how horrible the old Esme was. She was just giving it out too much. First impression of my former self has been a lasting one. I want to be a good person, but it's hard. And I'm like, wait a second. Ain't that what she said to her mother? She wanted to be a good person, but it's hard. And I'm looking at Spence like, why is it hard, Spence? If you're a naturally good person, it shouldn't be hard to be a good person. Now, I know sometimes, yeah, we do bad things when we're good people. But normally when we're being bad, it's not hard. Because we're being bad because we're doing something we want to do. Okay? So when she said that, I was like, girl, cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. I get it. People judge you for your past actions, and I really don't want you going to prison. I'm like, why do you care if she goes to prison? Ace needs you. And she asked him, will you bring him to court? I'm like, what? So she can use him against sympathy. His name is Ace. Y'all remember why she named this baby Ace? That was bring the baby to court. Judge sees her with the baby crying for his mama. Oh, we gotta let her go. She didn't do anything wrong. And then she was like, and he's like, don't worry, I'll bring Ace. Don't know what to do. She's like, I just don't know what to do. Ava's going to throw the book at me for what I supposedly did to Trina. And then he's like, supposedly? Well, I don't remember. I'm not denying what old Esme done, but I shouldn't have to go to jail for something I don't remember. I'm no longer that person. And I'm like, you privileged bitch, are you fucking serious right now? Are you fucking serious? Oh, because you have a memory lapse? You can't go to jail? I would. And that's what makes me mad when Portia's up there smiling in her face, because this is how she thinks about her daughter. And you smiling in that motherfucker's face. Man, Portia, I hope Ooh, come on, let Trina find out what her mama was doing with that one. Cause why we gonna talk about her fake ass self. I can't stand Portia. Ugh. Can't stand her. I mean, Trina didn't even want me to go to jail. She could and Spencer's like correct. She convinced all of us that this was the best way for you to be free. And I know she did it for Ace, but still, I just Why can't Ava let it go? And he's like, because you broke into her house, and actions have consequences. And she says the boy who's never faced them all his life. I'm like, if that ain't a blaring sign about who you dealing with. And he was like, oh, so you do remember. No, I don't remember. I'm just saying, from everything that I've seen and everything that everybody's told me, I'm like, that is the worst cleanup ever, Esme. Girl, you busted. Basically, by the end of this argument, Spencer knows exactly who he's dealing with. And he flashes back to a moment when they were arguing in the past and she called him Spence. And right before she left, she called him Spence. He knows it was her. She gave too many other triggers through the whole entire conversation they had. I knew it was her. I don't even know why he was struggling with it. From the beginning, I would have thought it was her. Let's go on over, mosey on over to GH, right? Because we got Curtis waking up from his surgery. And he's waking up with flying colors. And we got Portia and Aunt Stella there. And Aunt Stella walks in saying, look who's up again. Making a little joke, talking about he had been in and out. And that he had told her he was going to get her a car. To which everybody replies, nice try. And Portia says, yeah, you've been in and out all this time. But that's to be expected. And Aunt Stella's like, says that they have some good news to spread. Stella just can't stop spilling the tea in anybody's family. She's always going to be the first to say everything. So the good news she talking about, of course, is Trina going to Paris. Before we get into that, we're going to flash on over to the dorm real quick. Because Joss is stressing out about this damn boy, Adam, and if she did the right thing, turning him over to the RA. And I'm like, you worried about Adam and you just buried your grandma. What? Oh my God, GH, can you make it make sense? And I can't wait to be. This little girl is fine, but I want my Eden back. I'm sorry. These scenes just don't feel fire without her. I know she's going through a grieving process, but I can't wait for Eden to come back. Anyway, she talks about how he's been a drunk and his parents are pulling him from the PCU and now she just wants to help him. And Dex says that, this is getting too big for her. And I'm like, it really is. So she called to get some help. She's telling Trina all this, by the way. And she said, and he's right, I agree, but I ratted him out. She is stressing about ratting Adam out, but she wasn't stressing about ratting Sonny out, trying to force Dex and all of them to turn on Sonny. But you sitting here stressing about ratting on a boy you don't even know? I'm Jocelyn. Priorities, man. Priorities, girl. Ugh. Come on, I love you, girl, but I didn't like that. That didn't feel right. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that little tidbit. She up there trying to fretting about snitching on Adam, but she turned the rocks over on Sonny's butt. But anywho, Trina heads on out, and when she's walking out, here comes Adam, weird ass, like stalker ass at the door. But turns out Joss had actually caught him over because she's got an intervention plan. And it don't go well. Anywho, Trina goes in to see Curtis, and they're all happy, and they talk about the Paris trip, and he tells he loves that for her, and she tells him more about it, and she tells him that she really wasn't considering going because, he's going through this surgery and his, getting recovery. And he's like, honey, no, you gotta go, honey. Paris, the Louvre, you'll love it, honey. And this will give you some time, honey. And I'm like, why you have to keep calling her honey? And where is Taggart? Man, anyway, this stealing a man's baby from him because he wants to have a family. And she tells him she won't be alone and that Spencer's going to be coming with. And that's when he says, and you know what? He did give her some solid advice. This is a good trip for you to take along, to experience the world, to have an adventure for yourself. But Paris by yourself? No. No. By herself? No. My baby wouldn't be, if she had the option to bring her rich boyfriend with her, I'd be happy that she went with him. You know why? Because I know my baby's there and she's protected. Too many things happen to too many people over the seas. And maybe I'm being overprotective. I don't know. But I just don't like Curtis. That could be. He's a nice looking man, but ugh. But anywho, he's telling her that, she needs to do this on her own and it'd be smart for her to do this on her own and it'd be an eye-opening, amazing event, which in some ways is not lying. But a young lady traveling abroad by herself is not smart either. So I don't know why any parent would encourage the kid that when she could have somebody there that got their back. And Trina gives him a little look. And that's when Portia and Stella come running in. And while they were outside talking, while Trina was talking to him about the Paris situation, she was telling her, maybe I should... Portia was telling Stella, maybe I shouldn't have said something. Maybe it was too soon on him. And she's like, girl, he's fine, and he needs to know, and this is good news. And girl, stop. They just had to give Portia something to say with that damn wig on. I want to take that wig off, and I want to run through General Hospital, snatch that motherfucker off, and just run and burn it. Damn wig is making me sick. And as they're walking back into the hospital room, Curtis is talking about going to the hearing, and they catch him about Esme breaking into Windermere. And this is what I'm looking at at Portia fake ass, like, cause she's talking, I'm looking at Portia fake ass, Mrs. Friends with Esme, the one that drugged your daughter. You friendly with this motherfucker? Portia ain't loyal for shit. And she's like, well, Trina's like, well, I was going to, because Curtis asked her, are you going to go sit with Ava? And she says, well, I was going to go, but then you're in here. He's like, no, you need to go. You need to go, and hopefully she will be done with your life. This is a good thing. I am glad Ava pressed charges. That's what Curtis said. Finally, she'll be out of your life. And then he said, ask, what was Esme doing at Windermere anyway? It just seems strange to me. And Stella says, well, I don't trust her. And Trina says, I don't either. But I do feel bad for Ace, because then he'll have no parents. And I said, well, actually, his deadbeat daddy there, but you don't know that yet, baby. Your man will tell you later. But I'm sitting here looking at Portia, and I'm like, you is just a sorry-ass individual. You sorry. You cheated on your husband. I'm not saying people don't make mistakes, but you cheated on your husband, you got pregnant, you didn't know who the baby was, you really never knew. You lied to the husband that you were with, made him think that this was his child all this time. We still don't know who Trina's real parent is. Then you sitting here befriending the enemy of your daughter, and not just a mean girl. I understand a mean girl. She's just a bully. She just, gives your daughter grief, but she don't physically harm her. This woman drugged your daughter. She could have died from that drug. She tried to send your daughter up to the Hooskow, and you up here befriending her so you can get rid of this boy. I can't stand Portia ass. And I don't like her man. I don't like her whack-ass husband either. But she just makes me sick. So after Trina leaves to go to court, They discuss Spencer and Trina and the pair situation, and nobody likes it. But hopefully, Curtis says now that Esme's going to jail, he'll stay there so he can parent and raise Ace. And I'm like, he got his grandma. He don't need it. This man is rich. He can just fly there and come back. He don't even have to stay there all the time. He can just fly in and see her. And that's the one thing he can do. He can still just fly in and see her. Even if Trina takes her bad advice from her parents, he can still fly in and see her. And then Portia backstabbing ass, fingers crossed. Why don't you cross that weave off your head? Ugh. Back to the dorm. Joss invites Adam in. Adam is surprised that Joss let him back in after all the drunken foolishness that he had did. And she says, well, have you talked to your parents about the leaving school? And he was like, yeah, they really want me to go home, but I would rather be anywhere but there. Joss tries to sympathize with him and reminds him that he can get through this. Oh, life's not a cookie cutter, Joss. Adam's aware that he should stand up for himself, but he's just not strong enough. Joss has set up an intervention for Adam with the RA because there's somebody knocking on the door, and Joss admits that, I know you feel like I'm the only person you can talk to, but I can't help you. You need to talk to somebody who really can help you. The RA comes in. He's like, you snitch! You snitched on me! And he basically, the RA tells him, like, look, dude, we're here for you. College is stressful. It's stressful for everybody these days. I sent the paperwork to your portal. We can go talk to somebody and, get you some help. We're here for you. Jocelyn's being a good friend. You sent it to my motherfucking portal? My parents forced me to give them the password when I lied about the internship. I said, Adam, you just useless. First of all, he's a great actor, but do we feel sorry for this boy now? I mean, he's lying to his family. No wonder. We know he lying to his family, lied on Joss. I mean, are they really overbearing, or is he just a lying little prick? But anyway, they probably are. I mean, they are. They're overbearing, but Jesus. Anyway, and he's like, you had no right to say anything, Joss. And she's like, look, dude, you're unhappy and being creepy. You're singing songs by my door, trying to walk in my room when you're drunk, always showing up at my dorm, talking about your A minuses and your B's. You're creepy, bro. Something's wrong, and we need help. And he storms off. He's like, now my parents know that I'm drunk and I'm partying. And the RA's like, no, they don't know anything about that. And this is all strictly confidential, and we can walk over there now. And Josh said, I will walk over there with you, and we can get you some help. And he like, fuck you, take that shit off my portal. Bye, motherfuckers. That's the end of that. And Josh is like, shit, what do we do now? I don't know, Carly Jr. Find something else to do. Call your boyfriend back, the one who called you to leave his last rites on the phone. Let me go over here to Robert and Diane. Okay. Oh, my goodness. This was hilarious. Robert is so happy that he finally gets Sonny and has the DNA evidence. And when Diane asks him why is he so jipper about, what's he so happy about, he tells him, because I'm bringing down Sonny Corinthos. And if you guys don't know the history, Robert has been going after Sonny for forever and ever and ever. So he's happy as a motherfucker right now. He probably don't even need the blue pill. Did I say the blue pill? I said the blue pill. Yes, I did. Anywho, I don't know if he needs the blue pill, but anyway. Let me see. Where was I at? Diane lets him know that he shouldn't be so confident, my darling, when my client most likely will walk again. She chuckles. Robert brings up that Sonny beat a man up. Almost killed him. Diane reminds Robert that Sonny is innocent till proven guilty. The community loves Sonny. Exceptional businessman, wonderful father, and your person is a career criminal with a rap sheet as long as Texas. Why bother even bringing it to trial? Who has the more credible witness? Robert reminds Diane that, well, what you're saying is true, but they are both criminals. He then brings up the DNA. That's nothing. She can do a lot with that. She can do a lot with the DNA. I ain't worried about no DNA. You wouldn't be the first public servant to get your goodies about taking Sonny down. So let me paint a few points for you. And he said, "It sounds like you making a threat." Don't be silly, darling. The defendant will be for my defendant will be more far appealing than Cyrus in front of 12 jurors. And they start talking about how Cyrus is not a credible, as Sonny is. And Robert's like, well, what about redemption? Cyrus is a changed man now. He's a man of God. And Sonny beat him up in a church. Almost killed him. Unalived him in a church. Oh, Robert hit her hard with that one because she had to sit back. And then he eventually asked her, he was like, "Why aren't you eating?" And she says, "I lost my appetite." Clearly you don't want to litigate this case on merits. Just another person who wants to take Sonny down. And he says, anything to rid Sonny from Port Charles. And then makes a joke about how she'll have so much more time on her hands now that Sonny's going away for life. I'm like, he's not going away for life, Robert. But anyway, Sonny, and then she's like, he says, "So what are you going to do with your time?" And she says, "Not you." He gets up and walks off. Robert's like, "What the fuck did I do?" You think, Robert? You think? What the fuck did you do? Whatever. So we're going to go over to the last story of the day, guys, and that is Sonny's office. And Sonny has his bodyguard sweeping the room for bugs along with Dex. I would be feeling a little bit nervous if I was Dex. Sonny tells Dex they need to have a real important conversation, and it can't leave the office. "I need you to do something important for me. More like a crucial test. Once you do this, there's no looking back." And I'm like, haven't he said it to Dex before? Sonny lets Dex know about the side situation, about him involving the cops in a situation that was supposed to be between them. And I'm thinking to myself, Sonny, haven't you used the cops before to get rid of people? Yes, you have, Sonny. I got receipts, Sonny. You have used the cops to get rid of certain individuals when you didn't want to get your hands too dirty. So ain't that what Cyrus did? So now you mad because Cyrus pulled your game on you, baby. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? And then Sonny's like, he miscalculated me. And Dex is like, in what way? The only thing you need to know is there's going to be some changing. I need to get back to taking care and focusing on my business. I haven't been doing that lately. Cyrus done got out of jail. He's causing all kind of problems. And I'm like, you know what? Sonny has a point there. He has a point there. So he says, so we're suspending business until after the trial? There's not going to be a trial. That's where you come in. You're going to take care of Cy for me. And then he's like, what you want me to do, boss? You going to keep him from testifying? And I'm looking at Dex like, you so damn naive, boy. You want me to scare him? Yeah, dumbass. And Sonny comes back and says, yes, to death. You've came far. You've proven your loyalty. And this is the one final step. You do this for me, you'll be with us for life. We'll be with you. We'll always have your back. You'll never have to ask for anything. And I will always be there for you. Cy is an old man. No one would be surprised if his heart goes out on him. Dex says, I guess that makes sense. And so he's like, what the fuck you mean that makes sense? You have something on your mind? It's not my place, boss. I know it's not your place, but speak, boy. That's what. So spit it out. So Dex tells Sonny about if they get rid of Cyrus, how it will go back on him. And if Cyrus dies of his injuries, then Sonny's charges could possibly go up. And he's like, Robert, and Sonny's like, Robert can do whatever the hell he wants to do. I ain't worried about him. Cyrus won't be here, and the case will fall apart. No one saw me do it at All Saints. No witnesses, no cameras. I want to send a message. Nobody crosses Sonny fucking Corinthos. I want people to remember that. I was like, oh shit, I remember that. I remember that from a long time ago. Okay, Sonny. Okay, Sonny. We hear you. I said, oh shit. The G is back, honey. And Dex is like, I'm sure they will, boss. But I'm concerned about you. I said, you sound like a little bitch right now. What about the DNA? That's what Diane's for. She'll make the DNA go away. That's what she gets paid. Dex gets up looking like a scared little bitch now. He like, oh, fuck. I don't want to kill nobody. Then why are you in this business then, boy? You should have stepped out a long time ago. You know this man ain't playing with you. And before Dex could say something, Sonny says, are you satisfied? You got anything else to say? And when Dex don't say nothing, he's like, disappointing. If I can't ask you to do something for me, that means you don't trust me. Manipulation. I can't rely on you. I told you from the beginning that I need loyal men by my side. Are you loyal or not? I am loyal to my job. I'm here to protect you and your interests. But speaking up when I see potential problems, I was like, that is not what he wanted to hear. I know and I hear what you're saying, but you need to know right now, I'm going to make this happen. I thought I could do it with you. Shame, you falling short. I was like, manipulation, Sonny, much? You falling short of my expectations. But it's good. I'm glad I know now. I was like, ooh, but more manipulation. Let's erase all doubts that we have here. Are you with me or not? Dex looks like he wants to literally cry at this moment. I mean cry at this moment. You said you wanted to advance, move more, and do more in the organization. This is how you do it. But I don't know. I'm offering you this big thing. You spitting, you shitting on my big design. And then Dex says, well, I do agree that Cyrus is dangerous. And then Sonny's like, I have no doubt in my mind that Cyrus is dangerous and will go after everybody I love. My kids, my grandkids, Sasha, Carly. And then he puts his hand on his shoulders. Jocelyn, they're all in danger. I was like, ooh, manipulating at his finest. Go ahead on, Corinthos. And I don't want my family living like that forever. And Dexter's like, well, what about Miss Corinthos? Isn't she going to be protected? I'll deal with Nina. You deal with Cyrus. Like, mind your damn business. Don't worry about her. When do you want me to do it? Immediately. Cyrus is weak, exposed. Anything can happen in the hospital. Dex asked him, so how do you want me to do it? And I'm like, damn, Dex. Bye, Dex. Dex like, okay. He just got manipulated and doing something he don't want to do. Later, Sonny's working on paperwork. He reaches for a pen to sign something, and he sees his wedding ring. He breathes all heavy and shit. Looks at the picture of Nina and slams that motherfucker down. And he tells his bodyguard, feels like everything is under control. We hope. Meanwhile, Dex is at the hospital calling Joss. Dex is at the hospital calling Joss. He leaves on a message his last rites in love. Whatever happens, just know I love you. I love you. I'm like, oh, he is not the one for this. Baby, you need to go back to school or something. Get your doctorate degree or something. Or medical and behavioral health degree or something. And while he's leaving the message on Joss's phone, he gets the text message for the room number. Sonny means business. And when he hears Nina going to the front desk asking to see Cyrus Renault. And I'm like, now Nina, now you know this man was just attacked. You can't go see him, Miss Corinthos. And he was attacked by Sonny Corinthos? You know GH gonna let it happen, but that makes no damn sense. And then we go back to Spencer. And Spencer is having another flashback of Esme arguing and lying. And he's like, yeah, you lying to me. I know it's you're back. And there's a knock on the door. And guess who it is? It's his daddy. And I'm like, didn't his daddy say he wasn't ready to see his son? So what kind of games does Nicholas have really going on? And I hope they keep him on here, because bringing him back just to have him on for that 5 seconds was a waste of time and space. But anywho, sorry for the long video again, guys. But please like and subscribe if you like the content. You guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful day tomorrow. And y'all, hey, I'll see y'all guys in a couple of hours. Well, not in a couple of hours, but I'll see y'all guys tomorrow. Goodbye and good night. Mwah. Like and subscribe.